All right, guys, I've either bought the worst or the best jet ski that Seadoo has ever made. Check this POS out. So I'm gonna explain to you guys why I bought this thing, and then at the end of the video, I'll tell you what I think we're gonna do with it. Okay, so here's what happened. I got COVID, and I was in bed with a fever for 2 days. I got bored. I was looking at Craigslist in the boat section, and I'll do that sometimes when I'm bored just to see what boat prices look like. And this pink jet ski stood out. It's a 1990 Seadoo SP. The guy was asking $400 for it, and then $300 for the trailer, so $700 total. Now, the guy claimed that he spent over $1,000 to put this thing in a shop and get it serviced, and then it's just sat for the past couple years. So he said it should run. Now, I was so sick with COVID, I couldn't even get out of bed hardly, so I told the guy I'd pay him his full asking price if he delivered the jet ski, and I told him I'd put the money in my old truck, I'd leave it unlocked, and that he could leave the title in the truck, take the money, drop off the jet ski. Look at this, I can't believe the guy actually left a nice envelope with everything in it. The title, old registration stickers. Check it out, I found the work order for a shop in Fort Worth, and he did get some work done on this thing. So he got a starter motor, a carb rebuild, a battery, some gaskets, and with the labor, he paid $1,150 for this thing 3 years ago, so he was telling the truth. So that's pretty cool. That's an honest guy right there, and I didn't even get to meet him. I was so sick I had to stay in the house. All right, so let me give you a tour of this thing. Now, in 1990, things were different than they are now. So new jet skis, you know, they do 70 miles an hour. They've got steering assist. Some of them have brakes now. Well, back in 1990, it was pretty bare bones. So you've got a starter button, no gauges, so you can't even tell how much fuel you've got left. You've got a choke, because it is a two-stroke. You've got a fuel reserve switch, which no jet skis have now. So if you're about to run out of fuel, you can switch this over, and you'll get a few more miles out of the very bottom of the tank. And then you've got your lanyard kill, so that attaches to you, so when you go flying off, the engine dies. I have no idea what this second button is. That's a new one. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. This is the start button. Or is it? It says stop. So I know on my newer jet ski, this is the start and stop. Maybe that's the start, I have no idea. So back here at the back, you got your jet nozzle, which is normal, but there is no reverse on these jet skis. So I think a year later, they started putting reverse on because they realized people need to back up or stop in a marina. Well, on this, no reverse. You're going forward, and that's it. So you guys have got to tell me out there, I'm curious, have any of you ridden a jet ski with no reverse? And if so, what do you do when you come into a marina to get gas and you're waiting on other boats? Do you just kill it and float around? Or do you just go in circles? No idea, but I think knowing my friends, I'm gonna have to buy a reverse bucket off a newer jet ski and get it on here because someone is gonna crash this thing for sure if we don't put reverse on it. All right, let's have a look up front. You've got these nice rubber hold downs for the lid. I have no idea how these are still good after 30 something years. You got some storage in here. It's not like a new jet ski, but it's good enough for your fire extinguisher and some rope, things like that. That's pretty good. All right, let's get under the seat, look at the engine on this thing. I can't believe the seat is in this good a condition too. They must have recovered it at some point. Look at that piece of engineering. So this is what Seadoo called the yellow motor in the early 90s. So it is a 580cc two-stroke engine, 50 horsepower is about all you got out of these things. So this jet ski supposedly does 40 miles an hour, they say. Realistically, you're probably gonna get high 30s out of it unless you're Kermit the Frog. So it doesn't look too bad under here. So it is a two-stroke, like I said. So that bottom tank is the fuel tank. Top one is the oil. So there's where you fill the two-stroke oil up. And there is a oil injection pump down there below the carb that injects two-stroke oil as the engine is running. I do like two-stroke engines. My first jet ski out back, it's a two-stroke. They just run forever, and they're pretty easy to work on. Parts are pretty cheap. There's no fancy computer, ECU, sensors and things like that. They usually had this one sensor, which is like a temperature overheat, and that's it. What is that? Look at this. I think this, yep, that's what I thought it was. This is something you've always got to have. If you're going to run a two-stroke Seadoo, the old extendable paddle, yep, that's pretty good, because you are guaranteed to break down on this at some point. You can paddle your way over to shore. But now, let's get to the most important thing, and that is this thing is pink and purple with pink and purple tiger stripes. So the guy said he had it repainted by some guy in Fort Worth. They did a good job. Like, they actually pulled the rub rail off because the stripes go up under here, and it's clear coated. It's got nice flake in it. It looks good. I have no idea why they picked pink and purple, but they did a good job. You've got a pink to purple fade, metallic shine. It's hilarious. And I like it. It looks good. Look at this. I even put some pink traction mat on here. It's kind of faded out, but I bet I could still find this HydroTurf. They're still around. Okay, so what are we going to do with this thing? I think we're going to call it the Pink Punisher. Why the Pink Punisher? Because we've all got boats in various states of disrepair. And so if our boats aren't running this summer, this is going to be the punishment. You get to ride in a 1990 Seadoo that does barely 40 miles an hour, and it's pink, and it has no reverse. So like, for example, JT, the pontoon's got some issues. If it doesn't work, we're gonna stick JT on the old Pink Punisher, send him across the lake. All right, what do you guys think? Is this the best jet ski ever? Or am I an idiot and this is the worst jet ski ever? I like it. I think it's kind of cool looking. I think it might be kind of fun. We'll see. So let me know in the comments what y'all think about it, and then hit the old subscribe button if y'all want to follow along. We'll get some more videos out as we start to work on it. You guys can see some two-stroke fun, since nobody ever works on those anymore. And we'll see you guys on the next video.